actually went on this journey because of laws of testimony that I'm working on in my PhD dissertation, and there's all of these obscure features to them, like the ones that I mentioned, that people, when they try to look for the reason, they tell me you're looking in the wrong direction. It's a religious law. It's not supposed to be rational. How could you try to find rational? And that's why I also find the methodological conversation very stimulating to try and see what can be done about this. So generally, I think what we have here is a complicated, multi-layered law and religion system, meaning every additional layer of human sages that wrote the law, gave the law, had some legacy that it had from the previous layers, and it developed it and amended it according to reason, but given the assumptions with regard to the previous layer. So here we found something very fascinating, I think. There was this scriptural law saying you need 2 or 3 witnesses, and not a single witness. And this was perfectly rational from the point of view of what it was meant to do, because it was rejecting the one single witness, acquiring 2 or 3 witnesses to strengthen the evidence. But then it was canonized. It became sacred, and then somebody had to explain. Wait a minute, what is it? 2 or 3? What does it mean, 2 or 3? What was only a figure of speech in a scriptural layer, like Bernard Jackson is supposed to be here, shows it like al shlosha ve'al arba'a. We have this figure of speech in the biblical literature, has become a theological problem. God does not waste his words. So what is 2 or 3? We have to now find a reason to this. This created a polemic between the Jewish sects in the Second Temple period. Some gave an interpretation that said, okay, so 2 are good for this and 3 are good for that. That's the sectarian vision that said that 2 would be required for the name of Munor and 3 for the name of Fashad, or all kinds of versions of seeing 3 as more than 2. Whereas the Tannaitic layer constructed an opposite construction, saying, oh, I want to think, when could 2 be equal to 3? They're only equal to 3 if they're a group. Because if we have a group versus a group, I don't look at the people participating within each group. I look at the groups as groups, and they could be equal to each other. And this have led to the development of this construction of a testimony of a group versus that of few individuals. And for the sake of establishing a group, an eye contact was required. So what we have here is, you can see how rational law aimed to govern society had at some moment froze, like a picture that you freeze it at a time and then it goes to the other video. It continues the legislative rational procedure of enacting law, but now this other picture has to be part of it, etc., etc. So I think of it a little bit like this story, this game, this children's game, when you write the first line on and then you fold it, and then the person next to you can see only the other line, and then the story comes out. Every layer is rational. It was just the person was trying to continue what he had, the line that he saw, but the end creation is just makes no sense.
Thank you.